The cost is minimal. Have you ever heard of an umbrella liability policy? Most people haven't. And there was a question of need in the past. Our culture was not as litigious as it is now. People weren't suing for everything. The court awards that were awarded were not that significant. Now they are. They need more protection than they ever have in the past. It's going to get only worse under the new auto reform law that was just enacted. Because now people have the option to select a lower personal injury protection or the medical component of their auto policy. So that's going to mean that once they exhaust that lower limit, where are they going to go? They're going to go after the person that caused the loss. That's going to be you. And where are you going to come up with the money if you've only got $250,000 limit of liability in your auto policy? You need an umbrella liability policy which comes in layers of $1 million on top of the $250,000 whatever limit you've got on your primary policy on the home and the auto. It's not very expensive for that kind of coverage. You're only looking, if you've got a home and a couple of autos, which is pretty typical, it's only about $200 a year. That's about, what, $16 a month? That's not very expensive for that protection, $1 million of protection. You can get higher limits if you want, but that's generally what people buy is increments of $1 million, and $1 million for $200, that's a lot of protection for not a lot of money. What it's based on, the rates for an umbrella liability policy are generally based on your exposures on the primary exposures. So in other words, if you've got the example I gave earlier, a home and a couple of autos. Let's say you've got some rental properties in addition to that. Let's say you've got more than 2 autos. Your premium is going to be higher because of that. You've got increased exposure, so it's going to be slightly higher, but it's still very, very, very affordable given the amount of protection that it provides. Motorcycles, it covers the boats, it covers all of your primary exposures. It's across state boundaries, it's everywhere in the continental United States, it's possessions in Canada. I would recommend people call us. We'll be happy to give you a detailed quote on that and explain a little further about what the umbrella is, what its function is, how it can fit into your insurance portfolio, and how it can protect you against a liability suit of significant proportion that could wipe you out. And it could take away what you've got now, plus your future earnings. I've got an umbrella. Everybody should have one.